Hello, everyone. It's me, Kirsten, and this is the It's Giving Mystical podcast. And this is your podcast for the week ahead, the week of August 1st. Welcome to August. I just dropped a 7-hour podcast on the August energies. So I hope that you enjoy that. I hope that that lands in your space as a gift, as a contemplation, as a meditation, as just like a dreamy drift off into the tarot and into the numerology of the month ahead. The messaging that came through was just incredibly beautiful. I don't know how else to say it. I felt it deeply in my heart space. Really, this question of allowing your heart to expand, allowing your heart to crack open a month ahead. And this idea of strength, a reformulation, a reframing, a re-embodiment of strength and power as something that is happily of service. Figuring out what you're devoted to, what you serve with joy, and going after it, like not being afraid to be bigger than your rigidity. And it's like a lot to be said on that, but that was most simply put the energy that came through in that podcast. And I hope that it serves you. I know it's already serving me, and I'm curious to see what this month ahead brings for us. I will try to keep this on the shorter side because as much as I know you love to hear my voice, I feel like that podcast plus this one is a lot of me talking. And I think maybe we'd all be better served with our feet in the grass with a little more silence and a little less chatter, but I will let you make that decision for yourself. The card I pulled for us this week is the Six of Swords. This feels really good. This feels really soothing. It feels like permission to just rest for a moment. I know that the Chariot and the Tower as an energetic together are intense, and whatever you experienced in this last month in July, I know for facts that you are not the same person who entered that month as you exited. That might have happened in very external, very like visible, very look, I'm proving my point by showing you this thing or telling you this thing ways. And it might have happened in more subtle ways, more private, quiet ways. But no matter where you are on that spectrum or some combination of both, July was asking you to dismantle some, again, rigidity, some structure that probably worked for you for a very long time, probably was so familiar that you didn't understand that there was life beyond it or life without it or life without it. So hopefully as you round out the month of July, you're feeling clear, you're feeling shaken loose in a good way. And May, August, again, the Strength and the Star card are reminding you how loved you are by the universe, how magical it is to be incarnate in this earth, what a beautiful experience it is to be both animal and angel. And I hope that you can allow this month to be a time of rest and rejuvenation. And again, like I kept saying it on the podcast, but the fruits of your labor, like enjoying the fruits of your labor, recognizing what it's taken to arrive here and not rushing past this moment. So the Six of Swords, sixes are a beautiful energy. It's harmony, it's peace, it's relaxation, it's community, it's protection. And swords are a mental body. And when the Six of Swords comes up, there's some rest or harmony that falls over our mental body, some sense of, like you can see it in the card, protection, but some sense of rightness, some sense of harmony. I'm thinking about this in a way that does not bring me anxiety. It actually brings me peace. It brings me calm. It brings me a sense of knowing, a sense of place, mise en place, a sense of place. And this idea that you are in transit. So the Six of Swords is always saying, rest your mind, like rest your need to figure it out or to understand it or to narrate it, and just rest. You can't look at this card without feeling, I can't look at this card. Sorry, I don't know what your political views are, but I can't look at this card without feeling what's happening in Palestine right now as a representation of all of the children on this planet, all of the women on this planet who are fighting for their lives, who are not protected. And I love this card coming in because this is the card of divine protection. This is the card of a force bigger and more powerful and more resourced than you, stepping in to wrap its protection around you, wrap its arms around you. So may that be our experience individually, but in the world this week. So the Six of Swords is about the transit. It's about the movement from rough waters to smooth waters. This was the card that came up in the monthly reading for maybe Leo. I'm not sure exactly, but I think it was maybe Leo. And this idea that the tides are changing. And so think about being on the beach when the tides are changing. You might have to move your chair. You might have to readjust. The landscape might change shape. And you just want to give yourself a moment to assess. So really, when the Six of Swords comes up, we're not in a place of action. We're not in a place of decisions. And this is the minor arcana of the star card. So the star card is, come, my baby, rest. Like, come, let me wrap my arms around you. Let me feed you, like energetically, spiritually, physically, materially. Let me soothe you. And the universe saying that to you, maybe other energies saying that to you, like this beautiful opportunity to be held. Listen, that sounds great. Our ability to receive that is going to be varied. So we can say, I just want someone to come in and wrap their arms around me and take care of me and make it easy and help me rejuvenate and help me rest. And then when that energy shows up, there can be this, is that safe? Is it okay? What if I let it feel good? What if it feels so safe and right and I feel so protected and loved, and then they go away, or then it goes away? So we are going to have our nervous system, our actual physical response to receiving. And the reason I love this card coming up for this first week of the month is because this is the minor arcana, so the lesser energetic, the kind of softer energetic of the star card. So this card is going to say to you this week, like, pay attention. Notice who wants to offer you safe passage, who wants to offer you protection, who's looking out for you, and are you letting them? Are you trusting the protection inherent in that? Really, we determine so much by the assumptions we make and what we expect people to do. And there's something here about expecting and trusting that there are people who care, the people that want to see you make safe passage, want to see you rest, want to see you cared for. And so that's going to be a practice this week of, yes, it might show up, and then the practice is, can you actually receive it? And what's happening, like the live feed of what's happening. So you have a sense of something, someone coming in to say, let me help you, let me offer you safe passage, let me make this a little bit easier for you. And then you have your body's response to that, which I hope is like, of course. I hope your feeling is like, yes, please, please, and do so. But if any part of you is in resistance to that, any part of you isn't sure about that, you're going to have maybe a little bit of a contraction or a confusion, or you might like disassociate a little bit. And so the work this week is to breathe, to come back to your body, to take your time making decisions, to not rush yeses or nos. If you know it's a full-bodied yes, great. If you know it's a full-bodied no, great. If you're in between, give yourself time, dude. Like, be patient. Be patient with yourself. I can't count on two hands the number of women who have come to me and had some decision that felt critical. Like, should I stay or should I go, with work, with a relationship, with a space, with an environment? And that question is almost always a distraction from what is right in front of you. So that question, these big questions of like, should I stay or should I go, is like the classic one in whatever dimension. If you're pained about that question, usually it's because you're jumping ahead, or because you already know the answer and you're not quite ready to like admit it to yourself. In either case, you just want to take a step back. Okay, so that's my big question. But what's my small question? What's the question for today? The question for today is, am I going to maybe be a little more brave about speaking my truth? Am I going to take up a little more space for myself? Am I going to take a little bit better care of myself? Am I going to clean my closet or pay my bills or get the car washed or book that trip or send that email? Like the mundane things that are right in front of us. We're often launching out of this moment into this bigger decision or this bigger, more like high drama scenario. And while I'm not invalidating how important those decisions are, but I am reminding you that when you're obsessing about these bigger questions, it's usually a doorway back into what needs to be handled right now, like what's in front of me right now. Is there a question I need to ask? Is there a conversation I need to have? Is there something I need to functionally do in my life or in my world? So it's winding it back. That feels like something to remember this week ahead when maybe something comes in that wants to offer you care or love or safe passage or companionship or protection. Again, hoping you're like, it's so easy to receive that, or it's clear you don't want to receive that from that energy. And then if you're in the in-between, just take your time. Like, what's actually the question right in front of me? Someone offers you something. Maybe you can't be a full yes to that, but maybe there's something else you can be a full yes to. So staying nimble with our experience of that feels really important this week. And one of the things that happens in the Six of Swords is actually 3 figures in this card. And so sometimes you're going to identify with this guy and not these guys. So I would hold loosely the duality of you are both the one being shepherded, being protected, being ferried, and the one strong enough to make the passage, like strong enough to be fierce, to be a protector, to be of service, to show your strength through your ability to serve. It's such an important message that kept echoing through the monthly reading, but it's here too. There's a real invitation into humility and compassion and softness and supplication. Then there is an invitation into rigidity or individuality or pride or ego. There's just this something kind of melting this month. And in this week ahead, it might be this call. Like, I know who I need to serve. Like, I know who I need to expend my precious energy and light and work and hands with. And I'm willing to do that. And again, not for validation, not because anyone sees it, not because you're getting applause for it, but just because it's where you need to be. So Six of Swords is just an incredibly protected energy. It's a timeout, it's a transition. And one of the other important things to remember is, like we talked about July, you kind of enter and leave and it's a very different energy. In August, Lion's Gate is such a powerful energy is because August is the 8th month. It's the month of manifestation. It's the month when things come into reality. So like you have all these ideas, you set all these intentions, you do all this effort, and then August is like, here is the thing, here it is arriving, here it is meeting you, here it is matching you. So there's a invitation to effort less, like to work less. And it doesn't mean you don't have things you want to do, but this energy of striving is just a little counter of what's being offered. So there's this energy of teasing apart the work you need to do, like there's things you need to do, things you have lined up, and the efforting involved in that work. So it's allow things to have their flow, their seamlessness, their just like it's here and I'm doing it, but I'm not like overly efforting around it. If you find yourself overly efforting in the week ahead, take a pause. Like again, yeah, go touch grass. Like just chill for a moment, knowing that in this week you're in Six of Swords. The most important message is the transition. Like we left one island and we're on the water and we're headed to another island. And the message that came through in, I think it was Leo, was your only job is to not tip the canoe over. You don't need to solve all of the problems. You just need to stay in the boat until you get to the new shore, until the water's calm. Six of Swords is a very peaceful energy. Again, it's the minor arcana. It has a minor arcana vibration of the star card. Let yourself be protected. Let your hands do the work that you know needs to be done, the service that you know is appropriate and right and almost inevitable. And then don't tip the canoe over. Don't over effort. The boat, if you've ever been in a canoe or in a small boat, it's like you want to move slowly. You want your movements to be subtle. You want there to be balance, and you want there to be like a slower pacing to your movements. The worst thing you can do is jump around. You will tip the boat right over. That's the efforting energy of like, just chill out. Just chill out for a moment and let yourself make this passage. Let yourself feel protected. Let yourself, receive protection and allow people to effort for you. Allow people to serve you, whatever that looks like. the last thing I'll say is you might be surprised where this comes up. Who's offering you protection? Who's offering you guidance? And use your discernment. But again, be nimble. So like a clear yes is a clear yes, a clear no is a clear no. But when you're in these in-between places, what are you a clear yes to? What are you a clear no to? And how can you tease apart what's being offered or what's available to you in a way that feels like, okay, I know this is the next right step. Yeah, something about pacing, about being nimble, about allowing yourself to get things done with less effort and putting less of a vice or like a pressure on what needs to happen, because August is going to offer its own pacing. And again, what August wants for you is August wants you to feel stronger in a fuller way. August wants you to receive rejuvenation and rest and recovery from what you just experienced in July. We are in a hermit year, and September is a hermit month. And we'll be on the energy of Hermit and the Sun, which is going to be a very interesting dynamic. The shifts in energy from July to August to September are significant. I just have a feeling the time you give yourself to rest and recover in August will not be time wasted. Again, like get to the next shore before you get out of the boat. Like just give it a minute. Don't like leap out of the boat, tip it over, and rush to shore when the shore is not available to you yet. Does that make sense? Okay, sending you so much love. Shaman School, we are full, we are on, it is happening. We probably have room for 2 more people. I cannot tell you how happy I am about this. And I think it's just a testament to inviting people into the work you're doing, inviting people into the world that brings you joy without the pressure of scarcity, without the pressure of you're lacking, but as an invitation of let's make something beautiful together. So I'm so really proud of that, really excited for that. I'm just so happy about it. Mystic Rising, we're going to be working with the Huntress this month ahead. It's not too late to join us. We'll have our first call this Tuesday. I think it's like the 4th, maybe 4th or 5th. And that's going to really be connecting with our Huntress, our warrior, and really identifying the sensation of what is worth fighting for and how active are you in that engagement. And again, like that's interesting to have yourself focused on something, sure of something, willing to do the work of something without this over effort, with a pacing, like keeping yourself in check in terms of rocking the boat versus smoothly sailing across the channel. Okay. So much love to everyone. And I hope you get so much rest this month. I hope you feel rejuvenated. I hope you let the universe really treat you as the beloved, adored creature that you are. Bye.